When I found out my wife was cheating, it felt like the ground had been pulled out from under me. We had been married for 7 years, and I thought we were solid. Sure, not perfect, but stable. One night, while she was in the shower, her phone buzzed. I didn't mean to pry, but something in me just knew. The message said, "Can't wait to see you again, love. He'll never find out." My heart dropped. The sender was saved under a man's name I recognized, her co-worker, Daniel. I confronted her that night, and she didn't even deny it. She just sat there quietly, staring at the floor like a guilty child. When I asked how long it had been going on, she said 6 months. I couldn't believe it. All those late nights, all those office emergencies suddenly made sense. I packed a small bag, walked out, and didn't look back. The first few weeks were hell. Every corner of my apartment reminded me of her. The coffee mug she liked, the blanket she wrapped around herself on movie nights, even her favorite song on the radio. But pain turns into clarity after a while. I decided I wasn't going to be the broken one in this story. I got back into running, reconnected with old friends, and even started a new job in another city. 6 months later, I felt almost healed. I had my own place, a peaceful mind, and a quiet routine. I'd heard through a mutual friend that my ex-wife had moved in with Daniel, the man she cheated with. I didn't care anymore, or at least I thought I didn't. Until one evening, everything changed. It was raining heavily when I heard a knock at my door. I wasn't expecting anyone. When I opened it, I froze. Standing there was Daniel, soaked, pale, and shaking. For a moment, I thought it was some twisted prank. But then he said something that chilled me to the bone. "She ruined my life, too." I let him in, partly out of curiosity and partly because he looked like he was about to collapse. He sat on the edge of my couch, dripping water onto the floor, and told me everything. My ex-wife had apparently drained his savings, taken his car, and left him for another man she met online. He said she was now living somewhere else, probably doing the same thing again. He wasn't angry at me. He was angry at her and at himself. He wanted to confront her, but he didn't know where she was. He said he came to me because he thought maybe I'd know something. I didn't. But watching him, I realized something powerful. She had destroyed both of us. Yet, I was the one who had moved on. He was still trapped in her chaos. As he talked, his anger shifted. "You move on so easily," he said, his tone sharp. "You act like none of it mattered." I told him it didn't matter. It broke me, but I chose not to let it define me. That only made him more agitated. He accused me of being cold, of pretending to be the victim while she manipulated everyone. I could see his mind unraveling under guilt and bitterness. When he finally left that night, I thought it was over. But 2 days later, I got a call from the police. Daniel had shown up at her new boyfriend's house and started a fight. Things got violent, and he ended up in jail. The officer asked if I knew anything about his mental state. I told him the truth. He was broken, angry, and lost. That incident forced me to think deeply about how revenge poisons people. Daniel couldn't let go of what she did, and it consumed him. Meanwhile, I had found peace only by walking away. I realized then that revenge doesn't heal pain. It just spreads around like a disease. Months passed, and I heard no more about my ex or Daniel. Life became calm again. I even started dating someone new, someone kind and steady. She knew my story and admired how I handled it. It wasn't about being strong. It was about learning when to stop fighting ghosts. One afternoon, I got a letter. No return address. Just my name written in familiar, shaky handwriting. It was from Daniel from prison. He wrote that he regretted everything, that he wished he had just moved on like I did. He said he'd finally understood that revenge wasn't worth it, that she wasn't worth it. I folded the letter and placed it in a drawer, not out of pity, but as a reminder of what I'd escaped. Love can blind you. Betrayal can burn you. But holding on to either for too long will destroy you. I chose to let go. He didn't. Now, when I look back, I don't see her face anymore. I see my own reflection. Stronger, calmer, wiser. I see the man who walked away and rebuilt himself. Because sometimes the best revenge isn't hurting the person who broke you. It's becoming someone they can never break again.